Hello everyone. Just gonna lower the audio, tell me if you still can hear the music, but in any case, hello. It's been so long, I know. But now I can just start building again. I just have a big project, so I just wanted to stream. It's been quite some time actually, and I'm not really used to streaming, to say the least. I feel that I'm not fast enough to, it's like when I'm streaming, I'm not really efficient. But alas, let's try to do it more often, right? So I'm currently building the Ascanor Lodge from a map. So this is something I'm building with a map to build from, an instruction for each room and everything. So it's not my creation, but obviously there is a part of improvisation and creation when you're building something like that. And as per usual, the music is from Manaberry. He's a dear friend and excellent musician. So tell me if everything is alright, quality-wise, sound-wise. I never know. You tell me. Alright, so I just need to bring the maps I'm working on. So I just did this here, which is the stables and the person living in the stables as a loft on top. So it's number D4, well 4 actually, it's just number 4 on the map. So now I can move on to 5. I'm not showing what I'm building, the description and everything, so don't hesitate to ask a question if you don't know what I'm doing. So D5 I think already did. It should be that one. Yeah. Am I capturing the mouse? Yeah, I'm not, so gonna leave the god light on. Alright, so D5 is good. So D6 is a bit more complicated. It's a tower, there is 3 levels. First floor is his storage and stuff like that. Hey, Hollow Fox, finally get a chance to drop in your stream. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm streaming like I'm a unicorn when I'm streaming. It's just I don't stream very often. I try to get better. I promise. I'll try to stream a bit more. But often when I start a project, I like to do it by myself, just to be faster. And when I'm down to all the details, I like to stream a bit more. I'm just more focused when I'm not streaming. And you can't like your builds, amazing work. Yeah, well, thank you a lot. If you enjoy what I do, this is my reward. I really like. Send me screenshots of what you do with my builds and everything, and I'll be happy. So this first floor of this tower, there, it's not my prettiest tower, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. It should be storage, right? Yeah, this area is still really barebone. In front of the house it's a bit better, but it still looks very empty. But let's work on that, shall we? Okay, so storage. Well, we can go with some crates. And we got 9 people already. Nice. Hello guys, happy to have you on the stream. So I'm a bit frustrated right now because I did a lot of stuff in TaleSpire, but I cannot show you. For those who are aware, I had the privilege of working with Dimension 20, which is a big D&D show made by College Humor. And so I had the chance to be contacted by them and asked to do some stuff basically for the show, some maps and everything. And Brother Hannon did too some stuff. So it's going to be very, very good. But the issue that I have is that I cannot show you until each episode is released, and then probably sometime after each episode to avoid any spoilers for people and everything. Then I'll be able to send you the slabs. So for now, I have all the slabs that are ready. I have all the, let's say marketing tiles already. I've made the GIFs, images, and stuff like that, but I'm not allowed to show you anything. So I'm just teasing you actually by saying that. Hey there, could I ask how you move the placement height so that? So usually the keyboard shortcut for that is control, right? You hit control and then you can move up and down up the plane. What I did is that I moved it on my mouse. I have like a thumb button there, so it feels really natural to me because I'm moving like that and I just press with my thumb and now I can move up and down. So it feels way easier like that, at least to me. I guess each person will have their own preferences, but this and also the sample tool. You see there to get this, I don't know, like wine stuff. I was really quick, but now if I wanted to go back to the crate, bam, I can select a crate really quick. So what I do, I use the sample tool, which is C. I hit C and my mouse becomes the sample tool, so you don't see the icon changing, but I can just click on something and it will give me all the tiles of the same family. So like if I want to add more walls, I can sample and boom, I have all the walls I want. So between that and moving the change elevation grid, change the grid elevation to my math, I'm very much faster. The show in your slabs. Oh, thank you, Jakob. And the good thing is that I've made the maps for Dimension 20, right? But it's still going to be a huge surprise for me because I don't know what are they going to do with the camera and stuff like that. So obviously I've seen some stuff, so spoilers. I know what's going to happen in some episodes, but really it's still going to be a surprise to me and about how they want to show what I've created for them. And they had really specific requirements, you know. They were like, okay, we really want that this specific way. Hey Istallri, hello to Hands. Pleasure to see you there. I know you follow me closely on Discord. Thank you so much for the vines and variant assets. I use them for the Butterskull Ranch, Buttergrab Yard, and Dragon of Icespire Peak. Well, I'm really pleased if you enjoy them. Don't hesitate, please, to send me screenshots of what you did with them, like screenshot of you playing in them. It's like my pleasure to see what you do with them, and if they were useful to you, it means I've done my job correctly. So yeah, let's add rug, because this is stockage, right? But this is stockage for also rich apartments. Like on the top floors, there's some kind of decadent stuff going on. So we want to show there is like some rich stuff there, or maybe a few paintings like just laying around. Thanks a lot for getting. Yeah, building efficiently, there is like practice and practice, but also don't hesitate to watch my tutorials, so you can have a lot of, let's say, good tips. And then you need just to create your own way of doing it. Like each one will have their speed and everything. Something that is very important though is the ability to know all the tiles. So I know every tiles in the game, meaning that I can really quickly, I know what I need to use, right? It's like when I need to build a stairway, I know each stairway that is available in TaleSpire, so I can build faster. Hello, how is everyone? Well, really nice. I'm a bit cramped up due to sport, but apart from that, really good. Hello, Seaborn. It's been some time. Yeah, put down some more bones. Oh, so yeah, if you follow me on, if you watch me on Twitch, if you watch for some time, you get some points that you can spend, and every 150 points, I must hide some bones or dead body in the map. And I see that Hollow Fox just did that. So we're gonna go there, type bone, and well, we're doing like stockage stuff, so we can probably hide. Can we hide a bone somewhere? Like, I would love to. Oh, I have an idea. There you go. You have a nice skull on a pillow in like a totally oblivious place. So we'll see. Nice indeed. So. Okay, so I think stockage is good. So next, so the person living in the tower is renting the floors and use the floors of the tower to discreetly consume her expensive intimate services. Rooms are luxuriously decorated with sumptuous bedrooms and stuff like that. So, and said there is a hookah or a nargile. I don't know how I can do one, but we'll try to see what we can do. So, okay, so we have the nice windows already. Boop, 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 boop. Which are made from mirrors, actually. So this is one mirror, and I just used a lot of them to make windows. I would not recommend to use that to make all the windows in your building because it's very expensive asset-wise. It's a lot of props, but to a certain degree they can look very nice. So just putting them a little bit on strategic places will make everything look very good. Just don't over-abuse it. I would love some better windows in general in the game, but we'll see. Okay, so this is the first room. So I think we can go to bed. It said luxurious bed. Yeah, it's okay. I'm putting it in the walls so that I can gain some space so the room appears a bit bigger. So okay, so that is nice. And then the good thing is that in like 2 months ago we received a lot of kind of gothic furniture, right? And it is perfect to do this type of assets. And one good thing too is that the new jungle temple grounds, it works amazingly well to do carpets. Like if this piece, if you put it on the same level as some ground, only the colored part will go up like that, will be visible. So to me it works really well to do some carpets, stuff like that. You can put it that way. So it makes for a much more vibrant luxurious room. I think we're missing carpets. There is some in the game, but like to do on the floors, it's quite hard. There's like no way to do like a rug on the floor. I want to have one bed with a bear, but I will keep it for the main bedroom. So I'm just putting that there to remind me of it. Then some mirrors. right? In the containers too, you can use those little stuff to like basically they're anything. You can use them for so much stuff. Like it could be beauty products, containers, like stuff. It works for everything, which is great. Like non-descriptive items are very nice to have. And probably could do our nargile with something like that. Like yeah. Okay, so this will make for a nargile, and so then you can grab some pillows. Right. So it makes for a nice room, I think already. Missing some lights though. So what is some comfy lights? Something like that says I have money. Yeah, perhaps. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Try to build a coach myself. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do it. This looks very like low on the ground, but you can obviously like take a crate and you just put your pillow on top like that. And now it looks much better, and then you can like probably add something to have a bigger back, and that's good. So talking about crates, let's add some storage there. Not a crazy fan of storage, eh? It's like the forbidden crate, this one. It's like the crate your parents have in their room that you don't want to open. Alright, and so now just a bit of food and drinks. Well, mostly drinks, right? It's like they're not there to stay sober. And that one's like, if you really don't want to stay sober, just grab the big jug and chug it. I would love to see more like little products and stuff like that. So I move the camera around a lot. I know it's not very good for the stream quality, but Moving the camera in a 3D space is very important to allow you to see if your objects are well placed. So let's see. Yeah, sorry, the view is not really interesting there. Okay, so if you want to have a field of view that looks somewhat human, it's around 60, that works well. And now we can so now you see we have a nice interior that looks very cozy. So we're gonna take a screenshot. Sorry, I love taking screenshots, so I cannot abuse of them. And voila. So yeah. All right. And so last floor is this one. Yeah. So I said the bed with the bear. Okay. The bear is there. Right. So we need some railing there too. How can we do that? Or grab some like that. Yeah. Like we can put a door there, so it's not. Yeah, let's put the smaller one. Like that, yeah, that's a bit better. It's not perfect, but you understand that it's like the private space above. So same ordeal. We put the bed kind of in the wall to ensure maximum space, and we put the grizzly on top of the bear, or like that. Oh, we could put it like that. Yeah. I love the bear pelt. It's so nice. So my signature move to make something looks nice is to add a bunch of papers on the ground. Cool. So now we have those nice supposedly windows that would look on the outside. So I would imagine like a nice place to rest there. And so we're gonna grab some more pillows. And so you see I placed this here, and the danger now is that it shows through my wood here, but it's good. And actually, I don't know if you noticed, but here I've placed some wood beams to hide the fact that my floor is darker. And so I've done that all around, so it looks like it's the same uniform material. Yeah, tight spaces are always a challenge, and you have to remember that it's nice to do like in The Sims and to just put a lot of details and cram everything. But first, a lot of people won't see what you're doing. It's like, don't spend too much time on something that's never going to be seen. And second, you need to keep space for player movement too. Like, if people can't move in the space you created, it's a bit of an issue, right? It's like you want people to be able to navigate the spaces you created. Have you tried any new beta version from Bouncer Rock? So, if I have, I cannot tell anything about it. And I have tried, I had the luck to try some version that I know quite old, but I cannot say anything. And it's for the better, you know, because some stuff I've tried was not working, some stuff is working well, and basically it would be not fair toward the devs to disclose what they don't want to disclose right now. But there is some cool stuff coming, as everything they do, like, you know, it always has been great, and it will be continue to do so. So I cannot say more. I have started building in an extra square all around, easier for the players to move around. Yeah, it's true, but there I'm always trying to keep at least one moving passage, like way into the building, because in those spots there is like rarely combat, so it's more of a how do you call it, a role play moment. Whereas in combat spaces, you want to be really sure people have the space to move and everything. It can be interesting, an interesting challenge, you know, to make it so it's really hard to move into the space. But it's always better to allow space for players. I try reading the same comments. I think I'm missing something in the middle there, like that. Lights. Food and drinks. So I like the idea of someone living there. It's like you're a courtesan. Courtesan? And so she's kind of living in this room. All by herself until people come to her for services. So she has some nice bottles and everything. Oh, I know what I forgot, because I'm not reading the description. So I have those or those to use. I think I prefer those ones. Okay, already it looks more luxurious. Okay, nice. Yeah, I really like it. This little room has already come together. I feel. So let me put some. Good. Yeah, not too heavy. Nice. Right. And so in the description, it says she have a lot of unguents, like pomades and stuff like that, laying around, potions or vials. So let's add some. What am I missing? Question, at time when you combine floor tile, they will flicker. Do we have the same problem pushing assets into walls? So what you're describing is called Z fighting. It's the fact that the game doesn't know if two textures should be, which texture should be one above the other, right? There has been an update recently on the game helping that. So now the game will choose to offset. So normally they're at the same level, so the game doesn't know which one like should be on top, right? But now the game detects it and try to offset one a little bit, just like really just a little bit, but it's enough. So one is on top of the other, right? So it should be mitigated now a bit better, but it always happens that you have Z fighting. So really, so now. Yeah, so it doesn't do it anymore. So it depends on the tiles, but when you do it on the walls, it's really less likely to happen, but you should always account for it a little bit, of course. This is really habit and practice. Sometimes it flickers, sometimes it does not, but it has been greatly reduced. So that's that. But regarding assets into walls, it's very less likely to happen. It mostly happens when you have twice the same texture. Because if you have different texture like that, like this beam into those crates, it does not do it. Or even if I push it like at the same level, it's really hard. So yeah, no. I want to put something in the corner there, but. It just says she has a baguette there. Because I can and I will put a baguette there. No one is here to stop me. And fabric. Yeah. Real solid builds, man. They always look amazing. Thank you a lot, Solar NL. It's a pleasure to show you how I'm building and to send you those final slabs. The question I have with this one is, will it fit in one slab? Will it be a board? I think it will probably be a board, and then I will just make it in two parts, probably. Say you have a weekly game, how reasonable do you think it is to build maps in TaleSpire with that time frame in mind? Really depends, because do you want to have as much detail as I do, or you could just say like, hey, this is like boom, boom, boom. Let me grab a tree, and like that. And you see, I can spend like 2 minutes doing that and say it's a battle map, you know? And because what's important is the story you're creating. In the end, you always have to remember that the most important thing in TaleSpire is you and the players and the story you're telling. The map can be as detailed as you want or as barebone as you want. It does not matter. And you see right now, I can grab that. Nope. And I can really quickly create a small map. It's simple, you know, but there is a bit of details and everything, and it looks nice. And if you just want to make a small map, my advice would be don't focus too much on anything. Just build something quick and have one interest point. So like have one thing that drives the what your player is seeing, like the attention. So perhaps this is an ambush. So I'm just trying to find. Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, you can just put like a cart here and just had like a pass like that. I think you just need to tell a little story. That's the most important. So like when your players will be looking at your map, what story does it tell? And it does not need to be really complicated. And now, just like that, you have like a battle map that is a road, and like some people got attacked. Here, there was like an ambush, anything you want. So the cart is almost destroyed. And so like when the player arrived, they have something to focus upon. And I think it's just that, or you can just create a nice map and that's it. But if you have the luck to have someone who's dedicated to building, you can ask him to build stuff. But if you don't have the time, you can obviously use the thousands of maps created by the community, and they're all awesome. So you can definitely do that. And with the habits, you'll get faster and faster. I know what works well together, so obviously it's faster for me to build. But you see, it's really easy. I don't know if I can share it in the description of YouTube, but if you want, I'll share it on my Discord as a small slab, just if you want to check. But yeah, that's it. Just know a little bit of how to build in TaleSpire, and then you can be quick about it. And if you want to have like a special dedicated piece for something, either take the time to build it or just find a slab that already exists, because there is thousands of them. Okay, so we've done this. I feel it's a bit barebone, right? How could we improve it? Giving the roof a bit more leaving it. So I have all this space which is on my map. It's empty, so I don't know, but really it is. Those are buildings used by the servants of the big house. Thank you, Broadside. I have to get going. Catch you next time and stay great. Chris from Germany. On my front, it has been a pleasure to see you, and auf Wiedersehen. So yeah, this part is more like common areas, like servants and everything, so it does not need to be too fancy, but we still need to do something with it. We'll see what comes up. I think because this is a like a repair shop here or stuff like that. Someone lives in that, but this is a small room that was used to repair stuff in the big house. Probably some wood and some stuff could be useful. So I have an idea. Oh yeah. Okay, so right. I would like to just have the pickaxe. I think we need tools like just a sword, just a pickaxe, just an axe would be really great. Have you ever tried Cyberpunk D&D? No, I've never. I've played through the entirety of Cyberpunk the game. I love the genre. I've read Neuromancer, Carbon Digital, all the type of literature that exists regarding cyberpunk stuff. I love it, but I've never played D&D Cyberpunk. Though I can't wait for the TaleSpire Cyberpunk assets to be able to create stuff in Cyberpunk cities and stuff like that. It will be amazing. So I don't know if you've seen, but on my YouTube channel recently, I've made a little fan trailer for a game that's called The Ascent, which is a cyberpunk twin stick shooter, and it is magnificent. So I could not resist, and had to make a small video out of it. I was able to find some tools to hack the camera, so I could have a free cam in the game, and so make some nice screenshot and stuff like that. Thanks for posting such a great content. You slapped changed how I play with my friends. Thank you. Greetings from Brazil. Well, hello, my mate. I should go to Brazil one time. It sounds like such a lovely country. A bit dangerous, right? Even more so for gringos like me. But yeah, it looks awesome, and seems to be awesome people in Brazil. But thank you. If my slabs please you, I'm really happy. And I think it's just that I have so much pleasure myself building them, you know. and it shows. You just need to share what you're doing, and if you enjoy it, it will come out, you know. Don't try to copy someone, like to force yourself on a style or anything. Though it is always good to take references or even to copy someone. Like it's good practice to learn. Don't do it just to copy someone. When I'm copying someone or a slide that I've seen, it's because I'm trying to learn something and why they did what they did. And I would highly advise you to do the same. It's like it's always good to take a slab and deconstruct it and learn from it. Heard from someone that this TaleSpire might take away from the imagination and aspect of D&D. Do you have any thoughts about that? Well, we had a pretty lengthy conversation with a lot of friends about that, and I had the chance to be part of a discussion about that with some like prominent French D&D players, and there is quite a debate. And I think a lot of people start from the point where they used to play D&D on just paper, and so for them it's full imagination, and they see like visual support as something bad. But like first we had Roll20, and like it was already something bad at first, and then people get used to it. I know it's more 3D and more visual and everything, but I think it's a good argument. You know, you could say that people are restraining their imagination, but because TaleSpire has still very few animations and a lot of stuff, it's still human. Like when you say, "Oh, I attack and then like stab him and I cut him in half and stuff like that," it's still your imagination talking. And so this is not something akin to the game, but it's more to how you learn to roleplay. And I think that everyone should learn to how roleplay well. And this is something you need to learn. Like when I started roleplaying, I was bad, and you get better. So I think the good points of TaleSpire, it brings everyone to the same page. You don't have to imagine something and it's going to be different for someone else, because if the game master says, "Oh, it's a big and beautiful house," everyone can see a different house in their mind, and there we have something at least that is consistent for everyone. But then on top, the game master will always have the right to say, "You see a beautiful house in TaleSpire, but actually the roof is pink and the windows are different." Like, he steals the authority. Like if the game master says something, to me at least, he's the truth of what I see or what I should see. But TaleSpire helped us a lot, not only in the visual but also in the 3D space. Playing from Roll20 to TaleSpire, the biggest change is that fuck, now I can use 3D, like cover, I can go up, I can climb stuff, and stuff that you did not realize when you were playing 2D. I'm not sure I answered your question. It was a ramble, but hopefully there were some answers in that. So this space, it's still a bit bare bone, eh? So in the end, I don't think it takes away from imagination. For people that have maybe a harder time, it makes for them easier, and for people that have a lot of imagination, it never blocks them. You know, you can always be imaginative. To me, the other thing is that it's more the system. Playing on a classic system like D&D 5 for me feels way more restrictive than the homebrew system we're playing on, where there is no class, no pre-made spells and everything. It's way more about roleplay, so it's always different. Alright, so that's better. Still feels a bit empty, but we'll see. So now we move on. D6, D5 is done, D7. So D7 is the house of the Huntmaster. This house is owned by the Huntmaster. Okay, so not much details about his house. It is this one. So this is his house. So let's see what we can do with it. So, alright. So he's a huntmaster, right? So imagine something a bit, not barebone per se, but more rustic than what we're used to. So like, probably a lot of hunt and animal related stuff in his house. So stuff like that. Probably a lot of meat and stuff like that. Trap. Probably crossbow. And something a bit more crude, right? To have a chest. I would love some pelts, you know, like you can hang on the walls. Currently we only have the rugs, which are nice, but again, it's always the same issue. Like you have variety, and then you always want more assets, more details, more stuff, right? It's always easy to ask for more stuff compared to just have the challenge to build with what you have. Alright, so I kind of like it so far. It looks nice. Like he left in such a rush that the chair fell down. So okay, so we have that. What couldn't we? Perhaps a window here. I don't know. In the medieval times, they had really not much windows because glass was expensive, of course, and so making windows was just a hole in the wall, and so it made it more easy for anything really to just enter your house. So not that much windows actually in medieval buildings. it's much more. It depends on the area or the like. If you're in the city, probably yeah, but otherwise, yeah, not that much. So making glass was expensive, and it was like really little. Actually, those types of windows, like this one, like is really more correct to what was at the time. And their windows were not transparent. Well, a bit, but the glass was way more thick, probably full of bubbles and everything. Too high. All right, I think that works. If you had to DM one session away from computer, would you somehow export prints TaleSpire maps or just choose pen and paper? Well, that's a very good question, which allows me to segue into that. So give me a minute so I can bring it. Church. Alright, so normally you should see that, and so this is scenarios we've created with my game master. So I do the maps and he does the art and everything. I help with the art, but he's doing the PDF file. This one I co-wrote the scenario too, and so what we do is that we create a map in TaleSpire, and so it allows to make beautiful visuals and stuff like that. Like, so this is all TaleSpire with some like Photoshop on top of it to look more oily, painterly. And then we do maps like those. So let me zoom in. So those are 2D maps that we exported from TaleSpire. So we do a screenshot top down, and then you can use it as maps. So you can definitely, or you can just like show it on a big screen. You have the advantage of being able to move the camera if you're still in TaleSpire, but you could definitely print those out. And I did actually. They're sitting right there. So, so yeah, I'm just going to show you a bit more maps. So they're all available there. So this is one of 3 adventures recreated. So let me swap back to, there you go. So I've printed it, you see, and so now we can use it as like, sorry, the camera is not liking it. You can use it as printed stuff. You see, there is the maps there. So this is the one I showed you. We have a much more big one, which is not this one, obviously. Damn it, where it is. Sorry, I'm very well organized, and my desk is not at all a mess. So that is. So you see, it's a thick boy. It's 42 pages, something like that. Yeah, 42 pages, and you have amazing maps. So this is like a map like someone would have drawn, and it's all made in TaleSpire too. It's amazing. So it would be more. Yeah, I'm using NVIDIA to like make my background and everything. So if I'm showing something, it tries to remove it. So you see, all the maps, description, and everything. So you can definitely use TaleSpire to do 2D maps, and it works really well. And so you just go into photo mode, and you do top-down view, and it works well. I have a tutorial about that on my channel on how to use the photo mode. It's called how to take better screenshots. And you can obviously learn a bit more about that in that video. But yeah, and if you want to use those scenarios I can send you the link in the chat actually. Normally you can find the videos about them in the description, but I'm just gonna send it in the chat. And so they're pay what you want, so you can just grab them for free, or you can print them if you want, or you can pay for them if you want. That was the thing, but you can set the price as 0. If you pay them, it's gonna like give money to me and my game master to be able to create more. Basically, it's always a good motivator. Just like $1 saying, "Hey, I like what you did," is very important to us. Just helps, you know. And I think it's the same for everyone. Feels good to have a little bit of people saying, "Hey, what you did is nice. Do it more." So always my patented roof designs to make them a bit more organic, lived in, old, whatever pleases you. Using some bush. Beep boop. And so what I think I'll do is that all those little houses and stuff like that, I will propose them as separate slabs after the fact. So you'll be able to download the whole map, or just like you want this house, you can just use that house. I run Mount San Miguel, it went really smoothly. Oh, nice. So did you like the scenario? Mount San Miguel was the first one we did on one of my most famous map, and it's more of a dungeon crawler. It's like really action-packed, but it's really nice. You go through a lot of different environments, like crypts, grottos, a church, there's zombies, spiders, ghosts, a lot of stuff. So if you enjoyed it, I'm really happy. The way you use clipping to create new textures for your builds, is it predictable? When I try it, most of the time the clippings then end up screwing what I'm doing. So it is predictable. It will always give the same outcome. Though what I do to alleviate the randomness of it is that I basically train. So let's have some examples there. Something that works really well is this, because you can place it, because it's a prop, you can place it any way you want. So if you create a wall like that, you could place it this way, you know, to have like just some of the rope to appear, but it's not very nice. What works really well is to have just the wood like that. And so I can figure some of them, like just I'm building and I find them. But what I do is that I have some exercise time in TaleSpire where I say, okay, there is a bunch of new assets. I'm just going to drop them in front of me, and I'm going to be, how can I use them in different fashions? Like, how can I repurpose them? How can I make them not what they are currently? And so this is all the game when you're creating new textures. And it's the same everywhere. It's like, okay, this wall here is a bit plain. What happens if I had some stuff? So I could do something like that. And now we have like variation in the wall. Something that works really well too is that you take the dungeon walls, and when you put them in the stone like that, it makes dungeon walls with some stone. And now you see there is variation, and so you can like take it, reverse it like that, move it up or down to create more variation like that. And so now you have a different texture. So it is predictable. You have way less chance to have Z fighting when you're using walls. And now it has been mostly resolved. Like before there would have been Z fighting there, but it's not anymore, so that's perfect. So yeah, take the time to just experiment with stuff. So have I created interesting patterns? Oh yeah, there is that one. So if you want to add a wooden separation in the middle of that wall, what I did is that I just took a small wall and you can add it like that, and so you can create a more separated wall. It could be interesting to add more variation to the build. Like there you see it, it makes it a bit more interesting. Also, I'm trying to vary the side of the wall. Like if you use always the same side, it's not very nice. So trying to spice things up, it's always a good thing. And same here, like I'm using sand, yeah, in the ground to create those rocks. It works really well. There is a little bit of a tail because you can see the white outline here, but I think it looks great still, so it's a minor issue. His title in the Discord is Master of Clipping. Yeah, I title myself that, so it's more hubris than real talent. Alright, I think we'll... Alright. So slowly we're getting better. So now we up to D8. D8, it's blah blah blah. Okay, so D8 is done already. D9 is paved stuff. So this is that. Normally there's like something here, but I feel like it's already quite nice here. I'll see if I want to add more stuff. Then we have 10 this space. Okay, not much to say here. Not sure I'll add anything either. We have the fountain. It said there's a statue on top of the fountain, so let's do that. Like that. Maybe some lights. I don't know. You've always lived up to the title, though. Yeah. Well, when TaleSpire was still in beta and beta access, there were way fewer builders, so it was easy to say you're master. But now, the competition there is a lot more competition and some good competition, which is nice. Like it always push you further. So D11 is done. D12, the labyrinths are already made. So now we go here. D13, the main entrance. Okay, main entrance, flights of stairs, massive door. Oh, little bell is hanging from a pole near the door. Okay, so how can we do a little bell? Hey man, love your videos, started watching your content recently and it has greatly improved my map building skills. My players are in love with the new maps and your tips have a lot to do with it. Well, awesome mate, I'm really proud of you, and you've done the hardest part, is that watching through the tutorials, and now you can just enjoy yourself and enjoy what you're building. I'm really happy. You're doing all the work. And I kickstarted it too. I just hope to get actually to use it to play sometimes. Well, I have 940 hours in TaleSpire. Mostly building. We played since a year and a half. I've made probably something like 70 sessions in TaleSpire, but I've spent way too much time building. It's a pleasure for me, really. If you told me it was just a building tool, I would enjoy it. But I think you enjoy it more knowing that people can play with it. It makes it more special, you know. So does that look like a bell enough? Let's say it's a bell, right? Mm. Okay, we'll work like that. So we have the bell. Because I'm working with a template from it's Pathfinder actually, so I'm trying to stay really close to what seems important in the description of each stuff. When you're building from a map, focus first on the description because you want to be close to that, and then be creative. All right, so main hall. So now we can go inside this ginormous building, which I kind of pushed away because, man, we have some stuff to do. So D14 is the hall right there. So this is the main hall. So what does it say? It says main entrance. It's the main room of the main floor. The floor is in golden pine wood. It's like very nice. Okay, so fur rugs, bear trophies, and like various animals are on the floor. Natural wood. Guirlande bannière. And so there is banners, armories like shields, stuff like that. Hunting clubs are hanging on top of the heads of anyone that could work in that. And there is chimneys too. Okay, right, chimneys there. So chimneys, I'm gonna use the new one because it's a pain to make them not too big. Furniture. And so for the main hole, I think I'm gonna try to change the pattern of the wood. So this is a good example too of how you can use clipping to create more interesting shapes. So I'm gonna remove it there. And so if you put again the same wood in a different orientation, you can create those square shapes, which looks like way more something like way more worked. Sorry, I'm losing my English today, it seems. But I need, like, it would be nice to have like a very nice wooden varnished ground. Do you miss the old asset sidebar? I feel like it would be nice to have the option to use it. So in functionalities, the new one is way better, but I agree, I would so much love to have it on the side, because I feel that it takes so much space of my screen to have it the bar at the bottom, that like and the issue is that, like, if I take this wooden piece and I want to place it where is my bar is, I cannot. I'll just select something, or I cannot just place it there. It's not like placing. So I need to pull down the bar and then I can place it. So it's better on how it works, but I would have loved to have better control over it. Yeah, indeed. But perhaps it will come. And you take the wrong asset indeed, and then it's just like, but gotta deal with it. So now we have a more interesting white floor. We have the two main chimneys that maintain a comfy temperature. And so now we need lights, banners, armories, shields, stuff like that, and rugs. Yeah, rugs is gonna be hard, but let's see what we can do. It's like probably just scatter them a little bit like that, and I think we can use. Yeah, nope. So let's see what we can do. Huh? So bear, 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 my dear. It's like there, bear, bear. Yeah. Right. And so we have this big one. This big one is nice, but you cannot really use it. It's just a stack of rugs, right? It's really hard to use for what it's intended. So more pellets and stuff like that would be nice. But we gotta make do. And do we have music anymore? I have way too much windows open. Okay, right. What can I put in the ground so it looks like pelts? Oh yeah, of course. So I have. So here is it's the interesting part, you know, because you're really trying to create an atmosphere and everything, but I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just trying a lot of different stuff. But there, it makes for a nice shield holders. And then we can probably. I will try to mode TaleSpire. So actually, it's moded because I can do that with my camera. So I can move it a way you can't. I have just two modes, but I've really not pushed it too far. I've never tried to swap assets or stuff like that. So yes, I know that there is a lot of more modes now, and you can do a lot of interesting stuff. But I never pushed it too far. I'll try one of. I think what I have are the like first modes that were ever used for or created for TaleSpire. But I know there is a lot of interesting stuff definitely now. Oh, I think we're gonna do something with that fish. It's like so big it needs its own plate. Oh yeah, I think I have an idea. So that one goes there. That one not too high. Furniture. Okay, so it's looking better already. So let's shoot again. So you have a lot of rugs. My best hunting prizes that are like hanged everywhere. Banners. All right. So Istallri, where are you from? Interesting accent. I cannot place it. Well, I'm French. So what's the French accent? Hello, I am Istallri. I speak the English very well. I know a lot of words. I am very good in English. All right, is it good? So yeah, I'm not even sure if it's a good French accent. I have the luck to be working a lot in English, so I'm used to speak English. Which helps a lot. I have a lot of practice. It's not the best because I'm not always speaking with English speakers. I'm speaking with a lot of people that we need to speak English because we're not sharing the same language. But it's really nice. Okay, so this room is already way much nicer. So now we need to add some lights. So I have an idea about that. Shit. Too high, still. Okay, so now we have a more interesting lighting. Oh, Seaborn just spent 300 lights to hide dead bodies in my map. So, but I think that one is easy because I just need to. Yeah, sorry, I need to watch more closely the Twitch chat too. I can just like take some skulls here and try to make them fit in a nice angle. You know, so not poking through the wall. That would be bad. I knew I had found a way to. Okay, so that's one. And then I need another one dead body somewhere. So where that can be? Oh, I think I know. We can hide the dead body in the. It's like, oh yeah, I know. It's gonna be real sneaky, but I think it's more fun that way. It's like this. So yeah, like that. So it's not gonna be really visible, but if someone has a keen eye, you will see that there's dead body under that bench. Okay, so interior is getting better, but I still have like a powerful light source that I'm using for building like that. So I feel lighting is not perfect as of yet. The best lighting source from the game is the Brasero like that, or I think this lantern gives quite some light too. Which is better? Because this is the lights goes really far away. From up close, this one is more intense, I think. Well, nope. So banners, kind of suspensing. Like a banner would be cool. Like the real medieval banner would be real nice. Yeah, stuff like that probably. But they work? So the question is, where can I put them? Oh, there. So let's do something like that, and then furniture here and more lights. And now if we can, rugs everywhere. And you see the issue is that when I'm building, I'm often very quiet, so it's hard for me to stream and build at the same time. Okay, so I think it can work. And then, oh yeah. Because actually we have some bones of big stuff, so that could work. Bone. Yeah. Also, the search I like to be more unified. Like if I'm searching for like bone, it should also bring up the skull of the cow, you know. Too high. So do we have some room? Yeah, I think there. Do you prefer TaleSpire or TaleSpire? Well, I don't really know. I think Tales Bazaar is made by Ocean Lord, and he seems to have a bit vanished recently, which is bad because he was a nice guy. I like talking to him, but I think Tales Tavern currently is a bit of a is further away. Like Tales Bazaar is a bit behind feature-wise, and like in where the website looks. So I tend to post more in Tales Tavern. So I guess you could say I prefer it because I use it more currently. And I think that it's just Ocean Lord is a student, and so he made Tales Bazaar on his own time, and like because he has studies, it's hard for him to follow the rhythm of someone who has more time than him to develop their website. So yeah, probably Tales Tavern. So we need stuff to go in those like I don't know what it's called. Hunting trophies, because I would love to transform figurines into objects, but obviously we can't. So we need something vertical. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make it look interesting. I think it was a banner or something like that. I think like that it's okay as long as there is something, you know. But I know that I can do something like that. Solution it's going through the wall. So yeah, no, it's not working. Plants. A gem, the issue is that it's gonna give off light, so I do not really want that there. But plants, it's a good idea. Yeah, just like that, it works. It's not need to be that much more complicated. And also, no, it does not show through the other side of the wall, which is a big plus. Plant was a good idea, but I think we're liking like vertical stuff, banners, stuff you can hang, and we got the oh damn, I forgot about that. We got the paintings, and this is very awesome. The paintings, it was dearly lacking. Well, let's just use that. It's like the magic pot. I think it's nice. Let's see in photo mode. What does it say? So blah blah blah. All right. So yeah, much better. So like if we're here, well, obviously we see some of the stuff above, but usually you don't see it. Like you don't play it in this camera. Oh yeah, okay. So there. Shit. Sorry, my keyboard. That is nice. So let's. Vertical skeletons. Yeah, vertical skeletons would be really great. In general, I think they do not want to add them. I'm not really sure of that, so don't take my word on it. I think we're missing gore blocks. You know, like just like an arm, a severed arm, a pool of blood, some meat, like everything that's a bit more gory. You know. Because if you want to do something spooky, it's quite hard currently. Like if you want to do like a factory where they like eating humans or like just like a bloody scene, there is your imagination. Like you can like something destroyed, but not really bloody, or like if there was a fight, something like that happened. Okay, so this one is nice. Which time is it? Oh, 7:30 here in France. So, I think, guys. So let's make a nice screenshot of what we did today. So, sorry, it's all blurry, I know. Yes. Okay. So today we did this part, right? So those little houses like that. So let's make a nice screenshot out of it. Maybe a bit more up close. Yeah, for now I'm really not satisfied with. It looks very empty. It's much better, but it looks very empty. This one though looks great. I think there's a lot of details to it, a lot of stuff happening, and you still understand that it's some stables. Okay, so that's nice. This space is really nice too, like with the shade of the plants and everything. So yeah, hard to take a screenshot of what we did today, apart from the 2 we did. So yeah, that's what we had. We have still everything inside to do, so that's quite a lot. But we already did all the extra houses. The garden is almost done. I think we can add more stuff to it, but it will come in due time. And I thank you for following the stream today. And I hope you learned something and have a very great day. See ya, guys. Have a good day.